Hello, dear students. The topic we are going to revise together are the modal verbs. But how are modals different from the normal verbs? First of all, they don't use an S for the third person singular. They make questions by inversion. She can go becomes can she go. They do not use auxiliaries. And they are followed directly by the infinitive or of another verb without to. Which are the types of modals and how to use them? The modals for probability. They can be used when we want to say how sure we are that something happened, is happening in the present, or will happen in the future. Sometimes they are called modals of deduction, speculation, or probability. For example, it's snowing, so it must be very cold outside. I don't know where John is. He could have missed the train. Here we have speculation. The modals of ability. We use can and could to talk about ability or a skill. For example, she can speak 6 languages. I can't drive. Modals of obligation and advice. We can use modal verbs such as must or should to say that something is necessary, unnecessary, or to give advice. For example, children must do their homework. We have to wear a uniform at work. You should stop smoking. Let me stop here to explain the difference between must and have to. Must is used for an inner obligation that the speaker decides, while have to is mostly as a general rule for all the people. Modals of permission. We can use verbs such as may, can, or could to ask for or to give permission. Also, we can use the modal verbs to say that something is not allowed. As an example, could I leave early today, please? You may not use the car tonight. Here the permission is not given. Can we swim in the lake? In other words, is it allowed to swim in the lake? Let's see now modals of habits. We use will and would to talk about habits or things we usually do or did in the past. For example, John will always be late. It's a habit of him. When I lived in Italy, we'd often eat in the restaurant next to my flat. We usually did this thing in the past. This was about present modals. Now what about the past ones? They are all used hypothetically to talk about things that didn't really happen in the past. These modals of the past are could, would, should, followed by the verb have and past participle of the verb in the sentence. Let's see together the examples. He could have become a doctor, but in real it didn't. You should have told me about the sale. I could have got some new shoes at a discount, but you didn't tell me as a fact. If he had called me, I would have gone to the party, but he didn't tell me. Here is an exercise for you to practice the modal verbs. You can try the exercise at home, and later we can discuss the answers together. Thank you for your attention.